Silk, a word associated with elegance and style. Silk is also linked to feminine beauty and to sophistication and also glamour. But talk of silk production, and another picture emerges. India has always been famous for silk, and Karnataka in particular has a silk weaving culture. In fact, it was Tipu Sultan who established sericulture in Mysore. Today, Karnataka alone produces 70% of the silk produced in the country. And the material produced from silk spun in Karnataka's silk farms is in great demand. But the men and women who toil long hours to produce silk in the first place are not a very happy lot.
I earn 10,000 rupees, of which 7,000 is spent on labor. I have to pay for the labor, land, equipment, insects and manure. I earn a profit of 2,000 to 3,000 rupees.
The whole production process is so arduous that it seems only the hardy and the hard up will attempt to go into silk farming. It all begins with growing mulberry plants and rearing silkworms. This is the task of the farmers. The silkworms are fed mulberry leaves till they mature, at which stage they are ready for a spin. At the end of around 6 days, the worm builds a cocoon around itself. It is now ready to be sold in the market.
I earn 110 rupees per day for the labor. And if I take care of the insects, I get 15 to 20 rupees extra. I work from 8 am to 9 pm for just 110 rupees, but if I rear the insects, I'll get 15,000 to 20,000 rupees.
The money earned by the cocoon sellers is a pittance because big chunks of it go into paying their workers' salaries and purchase of manure and equipment. The next phase of silk production begins with the reelers who have bought the cocoons. Reeling is not only a difficult job but also a hazardous one. There are two methods of reeling: the conventional method and the technology-intensive method. The conventional method is an extremely labor-intensive process. Here, the cocoons are dipped in boiling water till the silk strands can be separated and then reeled. The workers have to pay painstaking attention to the details. They have to be seated in front of a burning furnace for hours on end. They have to endure the heat to extract the strands. The temperature in the room is easily 45 degrees Celsius, if not more. In addition, the cocoons give out an unpleasant smell that lingers on the hands of the workers even after several washes. The outer layer of the cocoon is recycled into spun silk, second-grade silk, while remains of the dead pupa are used in the production of dog biscuits and fish food. Once the silk is extracted, it is then purchased by weavers who produce the final product. Weaving also is a physically challenging job as the weavers have to carefully extract the strands before weaving them together. Despite working for such long hours, these workers are still underpaid. They only make 250 rupees a day. The workers who are responsible for producing the final product hardly get anything in return because the market forces are beyond their control. The final product brings in high prices, but they do not trickle down to the farmers and weavers. All the farmers and weavers we met had two questions which seemed to have no answers. Why are weavers not being rewarded for their hard work? And why are the companies at the end of the silk chain getting the lion's share of the profits, while the farmers and weavers have to be satisfied with a few hundred rupees per day?